everyone. I'm filming this on my phone, so it looks a little bit different than usual, but hopefully you can still see the words okay. So first, I'm going to read them to you, and then we will see if we can read them together. All right, so we have puff, huff, off, doll, will, bell, sell, miss, hiss, pass, and then story words that I'm going to be reading you the story on Wednesday like usual. So the story words are friends, race, best, and then 3 tricky words which will be in your sentences on your test. So egg, have, as. Okay, so I'm going to read these up top here one more time. See if you can read them with me. I will go a little bit slower. Puff, huff, off, doll, will, bell, sell, miss, hiss, pass. And let's read our tricky words as well. Egg, have, as. Before we talk about these words, I want to do a quick review on Giant Awl. Do you guys remember Giant Awl? You just studied about him last week. Giant Awl is so tall that all you can see of him in words are his 2 long legs. When you see those long legs next to an apple, don't expect to hear the usual ah sound, as Giant Awl eats almost all the apples he can find. So remember, Giant Awl is in words like ball, all, and haul. And again, you did this last week. So let's take a look at these words up top. What is something that you notice about them? What I notice is that all of these over here end in 2 F's, not just 1, but 2. It's a double F. All of these in the middle end with 2 L's, not just 1 L, but 2. And all of these over here end in what? 2 Sammy snakes. So let's read about them and see really why we have to put those 2 and why it's not just 1. So starting with Firefighter Fred, remember this is Firefighter Fred, his best friend Firefighter Frank, both make their f sound at the same time when they appear in words together. So let's finger tap the word, oh, if I can reach it, off. Let's finger tap this word. So get out your hand. We're gonna finger tap this together. Off, off. How many sounds did you hear? There are only 2 sounds, even though there are 3 letters, right? So there is one thing Firefighter Fred would never do, and that is to set off to fight a fire without his best friend, Firefighter Frank. That is why you will always see both of these best friends on the end in the short word off. In fact, whenever there is a fire to put out, they shout, off to the fire. Let's say that together and then pretend to spray foam at the fire as we say their sound and do their action. Off to the fire. All right. Now, let's take a look at the 2 L's. Lucy Lamplight. Lucy Lamplight and her best friend, Linda Lamplight, love making their ool sound together as they light up words with their lovely lemon-colored light. So let's take the word bell. Let's finger tap this word. B-L, B-L. How many sounds did you hear in bell? It should have been only 3 sounds. So why don't we just write bell like this? Well, do you remember what happens to Lucy Lamplight when Lucy Lamplight is on the end of a short word? She gets lonely, so her best friend Lucy comes to be with her. All right, so 2 L's. So when you guys get to your test on Friday and I say, okay, spell the word doll, do not just put D-O-L, put D-O-L-L. Okay, so this week we're learning about the double letters at the end of a word that still only make one sound. And lastly, let's talk about Sammy Snake with the double S's. Sammy Snake's best friend is his sister, Sally. They love to make their hissing sound together in words, like miss, mess, across. So Sammy Snake has a best friend at the end too, and it's his sister. Her name is Sally Snake. They love to be together at the end of short words too. Let's finger tap the word hiss now, hiss. Ready? Get your hand. Is. Is. How many sounds? 3 sounds for the word hiss. But we don't just write one S, we write 2 S's. So Sammy Snake can be with his sister. So again, it's just sometimes on the end of words that he likes to be together. We kind of just have to memorize these words, but this is why you're going to practice this week. But the easy part is that when you do get to your test, you should know that all of these words end in a double letter. All right. Quick review on vowels. Does anyone remember what the vowels are? The vowels are A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes Y and W. Try to memorize that, A, E, I, O, U. And remember, vowels are in every word. There's at least one vowel in every word. So for example, when looking at this word, what is the vowel in this word? Oscar orange, which is O, right? What's the vowel in this word? I, impy ink. And what's the vowel in this word? Eddie elephant, E. Sometimes the vowels are in the middle of the word, could be in the beginning, could be at the end, but they're in every single word. So that's why they're so important. All right. So this was pretty much it for our going over our words. Let me show you your sentences for this week. So, 2 sentences, but in the second one, it's technically like 3 sentences because in the second one, there's 2. I underlined them in different colors so you wouldn't get confused, but these will be on Canvas. But this says, they will huff and puff as they go. The egg fell. It was a mess. So this is a little trickier, this last one, because it says the egg fell, and then you got to put a period, and then continue, it was a mess, with another period. Whenever we have a period and another sentence comes right after it, you got to capitalize that letter as well. We want to start every sentence with a capital letter. All right, so that's pretty much it. And also, I hope you guys had a really great Halloween weekend, and I'll see you soon.